Let's talk directly because this is something every Social Security recipient needs to hear before January 1st. Starting at the very beginning of the new year, a brand new Social Security rule goes into effect, and one small mistake could delay your check, even if you've been receiving benefits for years without any problems. This update affects millions of seniors, including those on retirement, SSI, SSDI, and survivor benefits. It's not a rumor, and it's not a temporary test. It's a confirmed procedural change that the Social Security Administration will begin enforcing in 2026. So please listen carefully and make sure you understand what's required, because a simple oversight could easily hold up your next payment. For years, the SSA has been warning beneficiaries to keep their payment information accurate and up to date. But this new rule goes a step further. Beginning January 1st, any change in bank account information, mailing address, or representative payee must be verified under the agency's updated direct deposit security procedure. That means if you recently switched banks, moved to a new address, or even added a joint account holder, you'll need to reconfirm those details through your My Social Security account or by phone. Failure to do that could automatically place your payment on hold until your identity and account details are verified again. Now, why is this happening? Over the last few years, the SSA has faced rising cases of payment fraud, direct deposit errors, and unauthorized transfers. Some seniors have had entire checks redirected to fraudulent accounts without realizing it until weeks later. To protect beneficiaries, the agency has redesigned its system to flag any mismatch between your current file and your receiving account. This is a good step for safety, but it also means that even a small mismatch, like a middle initial, an outdated routing number, or a name format change, could trigger an automatic freeze while the agency verifies the information. So here's the simple reality. If you want your January payment to arrive on time, you must make sure your information matches exactly across all platforms. Your Social Security record, your bank details, and your payment preferences must line up perfectly. Even something as small as using William instead of Bill on one account can cause the system to delay your payment until it's manually reviewed. Another part of the new rule involves the payment schedule verification process. For most people, payments come on the second, third, or fourth Wednesday of the month, depending on your date of birth. But beginning in January, the SSA will require new automated confirmations for certain deposits that appear unclaimed by the banking system after 3 days. If your bank rejects a deposit or fails to acknowledge it due to account closure or name mismatch, the system will pause further payments until the issue is cleared. That means a delay in January could spill over into February if you don't act fast enough. Seniors who receive paper checks should also take note. The SSA is gradually phasing out paper checks altogether in favor of electronic payments, and this new rule speeds up that transition. After January 1st, if your paper check is returned as undeliverable even once, you will be required to switch to direct deposit or a direct express card before the next payment can be issued. The agency says this will improve reliability and reduce fraud. But for people who move or travel seasonally, it could cause confusion. It's especially important for people living in retirement communities, assisted living facilities, or nursing homes, where mail often gets forwarded or handled by staff. If your mail is being sent to an old or shared address, update it immediately. The new system doesn't make exceptions. Any undelivered check will automatically flag your account, and future payments could be suspended until the issue is resolved. Now let's talk about how this connects to your benefits. If your payment is delayed due to one of these new checks, it does not mean your benefit is lost. It simply means it's on hold pending verification. Once your information is confirmed, the payment will be released in full. But here's the concern. The process of clearing a hold can take up to 4 weeks, especially during peak periods like January and February, when millions of beneficiaries are making updates at the same time. That's why taking care of this before December 31st is the safest step. There's another layer to this rule, the 2026 Electronic Benefit Transfer Compliance Policy. Under this, the SSA will now require that all direct deposit accounts belong to either the beneficiary or an authorized representative payee. Previously, some families used shared family accounts or community credit unions where names didn't exactly match. That will no longer be allowed. If your Social Security payment currently goes into an account under someone else's name, such as your spouse or child, you'll need to switch to an individual or properly authorized joint account before January 1st. Otherwise, the SSA's system will mark that payment for manual review and hold it until ownership is verified. This new enforcement also extends to representative payees, the people who manage benefits for others who can't do so themselves. They'll now be required to submit an annual verification form confirming that the funds are still being used for the beneficiary's care. If the form isn't submitted on time, payments will be paused automatically. So, if you or someone you know has a representative payee, make sure those forms are filled out before the end of December. What's really driving this change is the SSA's attempt to modernize its security systems. Over the past year, they've been merging old data platforms, automating identity checks, and syncing information with the U.S. Treasury Department. These new systems are designed to prevent unauthorized access, but they also catch inconsistencies that didn't trigger alerts in the past. While this helps the government protect your money, it can also catch people by surprise when their payments suddenly stop because of something as simple as an outdated zip code or a typo in their bank account number. The SSA will also start cross-checking tax records more frequently. That means if your Social Security and IRS records don't match, for example, if you filed under a different name or address, your payment could be temporarily withheld until the discrepancy is resolved. This cross-checking is part of what the agency calls the Identity Integrity Initiative, which goes into full effect January 1st. It's all meant to reduce fraud, but seniors who are unaware of these new data checks could get caught in red tape if they don't review their records now. The best advice from experts is simple. Make sure your My Social Security account is active and verified. Log in, check that your banking and mailing information are correct, and ensure that your phone number and email address are current. Many people don't realize that the SSA now sends verification alerts electronically. If you've changed your phone or lost access to your email, you could miss those alerts, and that alone could cause your payments to pause because the agency can't confirm your identity. If you've already set up your account years ago and haven't logged in for a long time, do it now. The SSA recently upgraded its login system, and accounts that haven't been accessed in over a year may require re-authentication. That means you might have to answer security questions or confirm your identity through a code sent to your phone. Don't wait until January 1st to find out your access is locked. Let's continue with what happens next. Because January 1st isn't just another date on the calendar, it's the start of a brand new system that could affect every dollar seniors receive. Once this new Social Security rule begins, the agency's payment systems will automatically scan every direct deposit before it's approved. If there's even a small mismatch, such as a wrong digit in the routing number, a missing middle name, or an account not listed as belonging to the rightful beneficiary, the deposit will be rejected and the payment will be placed on hold for manual review. This is part of the Social Security Administration's broader fraud prevention effort, which means the rules are strict and exceptions are rare. Now, many seniors wonder what exactly counts as a mistake. It's not just about wrong bank details. Even small errors like using a nickname instead of your full legal name, having a misspelled last name on your bank record, or failing to update your address after moving could trigger the system. Some people forget to change their address after relocating to a new city or after entering assisted living. But under this rule, every time mail is returned or marked undeliverable, your account is flagged. The SSA then places your benefits on hold until you verify your new address. It's a protective measure, but for those who aren't aware, it can come as a stressful surprise when the payment doesn't arrive. Another important change coming in January involves payment method confirmations. If you use a Direct Express card, make sure the card is still active. The Treasury Department recently announced that some inactive cards, especially those not used in several months, may be automatically deactivated. If that happens, your Social Security payment will not go through. You'll need to contact customer service or the SSA to issue a new card, and that process can take up to 15 business days. To avoid the delay, make a small transaction or check your balance before the new year. This keeps the card active in the system. For those who use joint bank accounts, here's something new to know. Starting January 1st, the SSA will send verification messages to confirm that at least one name on the account matches the Social Security beneficiary. If the system cannot find a match, your payment will be paused until you confirm ownership. This affects many married couples who deposit benefits into shared accounts under a spouse's name. The rule now requires at least partial ownership by the beneficiary or a representative payee officially recognized by SSA. So, if your check currently goes into your spouse's bank account and your name isn't on it, you'll need to update that before the new year to prevent a hold. The rule also ties into new overpayment recovery guidelines. In the past, if the SSA overpaid you, they could automatically deduct a portion of future checks to recover the debt. Now, under the updated January 1st procedures, if there is an overpayment dispute or missing verification, the system can freeze all payments until the issue is resolved. This is meant to protect both sides to prevent fraud while ensuring you're not unfairly charged. But it also means that any missing paperwork could stop payments temporarily. That's why it's more important than ever to keep your letters, notices, and verification forms up to date. There's also a new focus on electronic contact verification. The SSA now uses two-step verification to confirm your identity online or by phone. That means you'll receive a code by text or email before you can make certain account changes. But here's the catch. If your phone number or email on file is old or inactive, you won't get that code. And without it, you won't be able to verify your account. Many seniors lose access to old email accounts or change phone carriers and forget to update their details with the SSA. Under the new rule, that can immediately prevent payment changes and delay your benefits until the system recognizes your updated information. For people who manage their benefits through a representative payee, the changes are even more important. Starting in 2026, representative payees will be required to complete an annual certification confirming that the funds were used properly for the beneficiary. This form must be completed electronically or returned by mail by the due date. If it's not received, the SSA will place the beneficiary's account on hold. The goal is to increase accountability, but again, missing the deadline means no payments until the form is cleared. If you're receiving disability benefits, SSDI or SSI, the rule also affects income reporting. From January onward, the SSA's updated digital system will automatically cross-check income data with IRS and employer records. That means if there's unreported work income or inconsistent data, your payments could be flagged. While this is mainly for fraud prevention, sometimes even simple errors like delayed employer reports can cause temporary suspensions. If you're working part-time or have started a new job, make sure you've reported it accurately to avoid a disruption in your January or February payments. Experts recommend taking a few key steps before December ends. First, review your bank account details, mailing address, and any payee information. Make sure everything matches your current Social Security record. Then log into your My Social Security account to verify that the information on file is accurate. If you haven't created one yet, do it now. It's free and secure, and it's the easiest way to see your payment history and check for updates. The system allows you to update your bank details, view your payment schedule, and confirm your contact info all in one place. For anyone who prefers not to use the internet, you can still verify your information by calling your local Social Security office. Just be prepared for longer wait times in December and January, since many seniors will be calling about the same issue. If you're planning to make any changes, try to do it early in the morning or midweek when call volumes are lower. You can also schedule a callback to avoid long hold times. The new rule is also connected to a broader effort called the Payment Integrity Modernization Program, which will expand through 2026. Its main purpose is to eliminate fraud, reduce payment errors, and increase transparency in the benefit system. But for regular retirees, it means more responsibility to keep their records updated. Any discrepancy, no matter how small, can trigger a payment hold. It's not meant to be a punishment. It's simply how the system ensures that every dollar goes to the right person. If your payment does get delayed in January, the first thing you should do is stay calm and check your account. Go online or contact the SSA to confirm whether your deposit was issued or held. In most cases, the issue can be resolved quickly once your details are verified. The money isn't lost, it's simply waiting for clearance. Once everything checks out, the SSA releases it as a back payment. But the earlier you address the issue, the faster you'll get your funds. As we move into the new year, it's crucial to remember that these changes are about prevention and protection. The Social Security Administration wants to make sure benefits go only to the rightful recipients. While it may feel like an inconvenience now, this new layer of security could save millions of seniors from identity theft and payment fraud in the long run. So, let's recap the main point. Beginning January 1st, the SSA will enforce a new verification rule that could delay your check if there's any mismatch in your account or contact information. Every beneficiary, whether on retirement, SSI, SSDI, or survivor benefits, needs to double-check their records now. This includes your bank details, mailing address, and any representative payee forms. Even a small mistake could pause your payment, but taking a few minutes today can prevent weeks of delay next month. In closing, remember this: your Social Security benefits are your right, earned through years of work and contribution. Don't let a simple paperwork error or outdated record interfere with what you've rightfully earned. Take time before the new year to review everything carefully. Make sure your bank account is current, your address is correct, and your contact info matches across all your records. This new rule is not about taking money away. It's about making sure it reaches the right person safely and on time. But as with all systems, it only works if your information is complete. So act now, stay informed, and enter the new year with peace of mind, knowing that your benefits will arrive without delay.